Hey, welcome to that Louisiana Cajun Cooking. We have a little dish called Catfish courtbouillon we're going to be cooking for y'all today. Let's get it started. Right here we got a big old pot we're going to make our roux in. It's so big it's taking up 2 burners. We got our oil, we got our flour, we got our tomatoes, we got our paste. We're going to be making a brown roux and adding a red tomato like spaghetti sauce paste. That's what a courtbouillon is. Let's get started. So we poured some oil in the bottom of the pot. We're not trying to make a gumbo, so we don't need a whole bunch of roux. We're going to set this flour right over here. We're going to spoon enough in here till we know what we want. It's a big old pot, so it's 1 spoon. 2, 3. So we're doing about 3 spoons, a half a coffee cup of flour to about a half a cup of oil. I'm just gonna get that thin down. I like it a little bit thinner when I'm mixing my roux so I can walk away from it, but it all comes out the same. Especially with a courtbouillon, you don't need to be doing a thick old roux. But we'll come back and show you what it looks like once we start cooking it in. So we got this roux cooking down. It's a peanut butter color, but we're going to go for a little bit brown. And over here in this pan, we're going to lay some catfish in it and some hot butter and season this catfish up and cook it down. And then we're going to put it in our red sauce. We'll show you what it looks like. Got that butter heated up in the pan. We're going to lay these catfishes in here. Red side down. Good looking catfish. We're not trying to cook them all the way because they're going to cook in that sauce. Just want to kind of season them up and get the juices flowing in them. To that catfish, we are going to add Old Bay. Shake them down with that Old Bay. Oh, I got to get the lid off of here. Got that seasoning going in now. That lid's off of that seasoning. Oh yeah. Shake, shake it, shake it. Put some garlic in on that. That'll be good. We got that garlic on in there now. See that little shrimp I put in there? That's going to go in that courtbouillon. We're going to put some shrimp in there. All garliced up. Getting a nice little brown on the side. Here's our roux. Not dark enough for me yet. Going darker. We'll show you what darkness we want it to when we get the tomatoes going in. We got that catfish right where we want it. See that butter in that pan and all them flavors? That's going to go in that courtbouillon. Don't cook it all the way through because it's going to cook in the courtbouillon. And our roux is just about there. We want it a little bit darker than peanut butter color. Stir it up, keep stirring. When it's that thin, it won't burn too bad. You can walk away from it. To that, we will put some of this tomato paste in there, a couple spoonfuls of that. Then we'll throw our crushed tomatoes, our tomato sauce, our diced chili tomatoes. If we got to thin it down, we can either use some water or some vegetable stock or some beef stock. It doesn't matter. We'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Alright, we're going to put that tomato paste in here. That tomato paste up in that. tomato paste is going to fry down nice up in that roux. Got to kind of break it up in that roux. It's pulling the moisture out of that sauce. Oh yeah, look at that. It only took about 3-4 minutes for that paste to start browning. We're going to go ahead and let it finish all browning in the roux and dump our Trinity in there. So we cooked down enough in here. Everything else is going to cook up in the stew. We just added our rotel tomatoes in there. We're going to go with these crushed tomatoes now. Listen to that pan sizzling. We'll give it a little stir. And now we'll put that tomato sauce up in there. And then we're going to add 1 cup of water. I said we was going to add water, but correction, my wife said use the beef stock, so that's what we're using. We want about 2 cups of beef stock. That's just going to give it that extra little bit of salty flavor we want, because we're going to put a little bit of sugar, a pinch of sugar in here to kill the acidity. We'll mix that up, let it cook down, and we'll show you what it looks like. Boy, that sauce is looking sharp. If you can see back there that little shimmer where the tomatoes are starting to break down and the onions and the roux. It's going to be good. So right now, we'll take this fresh piece of lemon and put in there. In there like that. Some of this Cajun seasoning and a little bit of sugar. It's going to be good. We'll let this cook down for 30 minutes and add our fish and let it cook for another 30 minutes, and then we'll put our shrimp in there. We'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes, but I tell you, this is going to be some good stuff. We're going to pull this lid off and see what we got going. Oh yeah, before we add that fish and stuff, shrimp, we're going to put us some hot sauce in there. I like that Crystal's. That Crystal's is that famous Louisiana hot sauce. Don't be scared to put it. Just a little bit of crab oil. There we go. We're going to give it a stir. Let it cook a little longer. Ooh, if you could smell that. You could cook some spaghetti noodles and put that over spaghetti, or we're going to eat it over rice. But you can even add sausage in here if you wanted to put some smoked tasso in here. Or some redfish, but we're going to do the catfish and the shrimp today. But yeah, man, this is going to be good. Next time we'll show you spaghetti or something with a roux and a red sauce. But today we just doing this courtbouillon. So this stuff is bubbling good. Look at it taking shape now, huh? Low and slow so it don't burn. Give it a stir. And you can thin it down with a little bit of water if you want. We had to put another cup of water in here. But at this point, you can't hurt it. When it's smelling this good. I would have loved to have some green onion, but they had a little bit of a shortage today because of this freeze that's coming through. So, yeah, shortage on the green onion. But put them green onion in there about right now. Let them cook down. Oh, yeah, it is some jalapeno in here with that Trinity. So the jalapeno is going to put it right where it needs to be. The spices I put in it, I tested it. That's perfect, right on the money. The sugar, the garlic, the crab oil, and the Cajun seasoning has got this thing smacking good. But that's about how we looking at it right now. 15 more minutes and we'll pop that fish down in there and that shrimp. I tell you what, I just love it when that courtbouillon changes color. Let me show you what we got. Bubbling down, boy. Look at that. Look at that. That courtbouillon sauce is looking good. Give it a stir. No sticking. It's on really low. Cooking on a propane stove, so we want to take it low and slow. Now remember, your fish has seasoning if you fry it in the pan instead of putting it in raw. You can put the fish in raw seasoned, but I like to cook it in the butter. Gives it a little bit better flavor. But I tell you what, man, for that sauce right there, you can almost take that courtbouillon sauce and drop some pork meatballs in there or some meatballs, and you can just about do anything with this courtbouillon sauce. Put some turtle meat. Oh my goodness, the turtle meat. Man, that would be a good thing tonight. But we don't have turtle meat. Had some of that last year. But yeah, that's looking good. We're going to go ahead and drop these shrimp in here. These are Louisiana shrimp, but they are small shrimp. We're going to add those shrimp in there. Give them a stir down. We didn't want to put that on top of the fish because you don't want to move the fish and break that fish apart in there. You want this, like that. That's going to be good over that rice, I tell you. Smacking. Oh, man. That is some good stuff. We'll let that cook down and show you here what it looks like when we go to put the fish on there. So y'all tell me what y'all think after we plate this courtbouillon, this catfish and shrimp courtbouillon. In Louisiana, you can have 100 different ways to cook it. Some people put 3 or 4 tablespoons of flour and some butter and onions. But I like it to make it like we're making a little gumbo roux. And I'm going to tell you, if you make that roux, spend that extra time and make that roux and get it peanut butter color, and by the time you add that tomatoes and liquid on the top, you're going to have a good courtbouillon. If you take any shortcuts and just put a little flour and butter and mix it in with that onion, I think it's a shortcut, but everybody's got their own different way. But let me pull the lid off and show you what this is looking like. You know you're doing something right when it's not red and it's not brown, but it's like in between, a golden color. That's a good courtbouillon. That is cooking down nicely. Got the whole house smelling good. Another 15 minutes, we'll put that fish on there. And that's going to be really good. Can't wait to eat it. We've been stirring this courtbouillon for about an hour. Every 15-20 minutes we've been stirring. We're going to lay this catfish down in this courtbouillon. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And you can see the seasoning on that fish. 5. You don't want to stir it no more at this point because you will break your fish up and you'll have just a mess. 6. 7. 8 pieces in there. We're going to kind of smash that fish down in that courtbouillon like that. That fish is going to cook, release all its juices. We're going to take what's left over in this pan, that fish stock, all them fish flavors from the seasoning, the Old Bay, and the garlic. We're just going to dump it right on top of that courtbouillon sauce. No flavor wasted. We're going to let that cook for another 20 minutes and we're going to plate it up over some rice, and that's going to be good. I tell you, really good. That courtbouillon is done. We had it going another 20 minutes. It's hot, hot, hot. So we're just going to let that lid stay on there and cook it a little bit longer, but the fire is off. We'll show you what it looks like real quick. Watch the steam come off of that baby. Whoa. You can see that looks delicious. Smells delicious. We're going to throw that rice on and put it over some rice. That is delicious. we fixing to plate this courtbouillon up. We got that bed of white rice right here. That lid's off of that. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. Wow, look at that. Boy, that is good looking stuff there. Now, if you want a sauce piquant, you use turtle, alligator, some rabbit. But this is a courtbouillon, so it's a fish. But it is good. You can still put shrimp in it. But smells good. Wish I would have had them green onions, but we're fixing to take a bite of this stuff. Well, this courtbouillon is done. Get going for a bite. That is good. Let's try a piece of the fish with it. Dang, that's good. Like and subscribe to Dat Louisiana Cajun Cooking. If you ain't had no courtbouillon, make you some courtbouillon.